This is going to be a controversial one. I ain't going to lie to you people. Alright, this is going to be a controversial video. And before we get into it, do me a favor. Like this vid. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Welcome to the channel. Alright, we cover JJK. We're going to cover other anime in the future like Solo Leveling, Fire Force. I really like Fire Force, especially season 1 and season 2, man. I haven't read too much of the manga, to be honest with y'all, but season 3 coming out so far is not too bad either. But man, I'll tell you what, they did their thing in season 2, bro. I was, whew, bro, I was taken back, especially the sound effects in Fire Force is crazy. But yeah, we're gonna do some of that in the future once we get to like 1,000 plus subscribes. Yeah, let's try to get to 10,000 subscriptions by December, people. So do me a favor, subscribe to this. Go ahead, comment, share, all that. But yeah, so today we are going to be talking about Suguru Geto's mindset, bro, and how my man snapped. All right, so I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. I really like Geto. I really like Geto. And my problem with him is the fact that his curse technique, right? It forces him to digest cursed spirits, and it makes that's how he gets them, right? That's how he captures them. But he has to digest them, and he says it literally tastes like shit. Like it tastes like, it literally tastes like you're just you're picking up your dog's, grabbing a poopy bag, picking up the dog thing, wrapping up the poop bag, tying it up, and that's it. That's gross, bro. That's so, it couldn't be me 1,000 plus times that he did it. It could not be me, bro. And I can't, that's just the start. That's not even what made him crash out, bro. But he really did crash out, and I'm not gonna cap about it. I'm not gonna defend it. Like, he wasn't right at the end of the day. If you don't know what he did, so he took out 112 non-sorcerers at some village because they were beating up 2 little girls who had like cursed energy abilities, and they had them like imprisoned. And also he took out his parents. Like he wiped them off the face of the planet. He like started a war basically, which only lasted a night, but he still started a war that took lives. Yeah, he basically was trying to make it that the world only had sorcerers in it and not non-sorcerers. Now when you think about that, bro, think about this for a second, right? He's trying to pull an Eren Yeager because only Japan, for the most part, because of Tengen's barriers, which is a whole separate video, but Tengen's barriers, in a nutshell, keep all the cursed energy trapped into Japan. That being said, it's very rare for sorcerers outside of Japan to have cursed energy, cursed techniques, any of that, right? Miguel, he's like a one-off, right? So for Suguru Geto to sit here and say he's gonna wipe off all non-sorcerers on the planet, that's saying that only Japan will have citizens left. That's it. He's saying that he's gonna take out everybody in Russia, America, Canada, India, Korea, everywhere, bro. Africa, everywhere. He's gonna wipe them all out because there's nobody there with jujitsu. There's no one there with cursed energy. So think about that for a second. He's really crashing out, thinking that he could do that. Now, he had a valid point. He told Gojo, hey, you're saying that this is undoable. You could do it. You could create blue, which is a black hole, drop it into a city, and pick up everybody, and then just lift it up, and then crush them. You could do it. So if I was you, you wouldn't be saying that this is impossible. You'd be just straight up be telling me to please don't do it. So he had a valid point about that. I'm not going to lie about that part right there. He had a valid point. It was a solid argument versus Gojo. Not going to lie, Gojo was left like, oh man, I mean, yeah, I could do it, but what am I going to do here? So my thing with Geto is this. He experienced a lot of things that led to that crash out. I'm going to sit here and I'm going to talk to you about those things, and you tell me in the comments if you think he was valid for crashing out, or if crash out's crash out, he should have went to therapy or something, which realistically does not exist for sorcerers. Like, you can't go to a normal therapist for civilians and say, yeah, I see curses, and yeah, they kill people, and I have to beat them up in a fight, and then I consume them, and it tastes like, absolute mierda, and yeah, it's not a good time. Yeah, you're gonna go away in a straitjacket, bro. They're gonna take you away while you scream for help. I mean, not Geto, obviously. He's got curse manipulation, and plus he got hands, so yeah, that's not gonna happen for him. But I just bro, I can't believe that like the crash out was like that people thought he was crazy for crashing out. Because me personally, yeah, he wasn't valid for crashing out, but I understand how you could go crazy in his situation. All right, so basically, let's get into it because there's a couple things that happened, right? The first thing that happened, right, is just his curse technique in general. I'm gonna start there because the man had his curse technique before anything, right? So curse manipulation, beautiful curse technique. Honestly, I need to make a video about best curse techniques, and the curse manipulation is up there, bro. Personally, to me, I think it might be top 2. I'm not gonna lie, I think it might be top 2. 100% is top 3. It might be top 2. I'm not gonna lie to you, and I don't know if it's number 2 because you can make an army. That's crazy. All right, so and my argument to that is because Limitless needs 6 eyes to work. You can't use Limitless without 6 eyes. I mean, you could, but it's not going to work. You feel me? So, might be practicality. It might be top 1. Anyways, all right. So curse manipulation. So imagine there is a grade 3 curse right in front of me, right? And then I'm a grade 1 or a special grade sorcerer, right? So there needs to be at least a 2 level difference in our grades. If there is, I don't need to beat you in a fight. I can just go like this and absorb you, turn you into like one of those huge marbles, and then consume you. And now I have that curse. You feel me? So again, it tastes like shit every time. And when Geto lost to Gojo and Yuta, I'm pretty sure he had over 4,000 curses, which means he's done that 4,000 times. No, couldn't be me. Could not be me. And he was doing that because he had the ideology of the strong should protect the weak. And, I mean, his best friend slash lover, maybe? I don't know. His best friend slash lover, Gojo, he didn't have that same ideology until Suguru left. And realistically, Gojo just fended for himself. He was like, that's boring. Why are we protecting them? And Suguru's like, bro, we're strong. We need to protect them, bro. They can't protect themselves. And Suguru slowly stopped having that mindset as things kept going on and on and on in his life that just led him down to like thinking like, bro, this is not worth it. But yeah, so we're starting there where he has to consume the spirits. He did over 4,000 times, and that's just not even accounting for the fact that he has to put his life on the line every time that he encounters a curse and he has to fight it, or a non-cursed user or a curse user, and he has to either fight them, negotiate, whatever the case is, right? He's strong, so I mean, like, it doesn't really like affect him too much when he's going into combat. But like at the end of the day, fighting is fighting, and he's risking his life. He's risking his life for what, realistically? But then the next thing that happens is Toji, bro, and Toji messed up both Gojo and Geto's lives, bro. He messed them up bad. So obviously, Gojo lost to Toji, right? So Suguru has to find that out by Toji telling him. Not just that, but Rika, the girl who he's thinking like, yo, I'm gonna save this girl. She does not have to become the Star Plasma Vessel and like go with Tengen. All right, like she's gonna be part of our crew. She gets gunned down right in front of him. You're not gonna tell me that's not gonna cause some trauma. And then finding out that your best friend just got by this dude. Oh yeah, I'm gonna fight this dude and I'm gonna win. He did not just take out the people I love, and then he loses. You're gonna tell me that he straight up lost to somebody without cursed energy who just killed his best friend and the girl that he was trying to protect and a potential what's it called, the maid who did not have anything to do with like this combat? Come on, bro. So that's number 2 right there for crash out reason. That's just horrible, bro. Losing to that man, that just made it horrible for him. And then obviously Gojo was still alive, and he was like, oh man, like I'm so happy you're alive, but I'm in shock. Reason number 3 for the crash out is when he was there at the place where Rika's body was. Rico Amani, because Rika is, yeah, come out Rika, yeah, Yuta, yeah. Alright, so Rico Amani, yeah. So Rico, her body was at the Star Religious Group, believe so, Star Religious Group. And what's it called? The Star Religious Group had her body, and he popped up to retrieve the body, and Gojo was there already with the body, and he's like, oh my god, you're alive. That's crazy. Like, I'm in shock. And everybody's clapping because Rico's dead. She's gone. And they got their way. So Tengen is not gonna get a star plasma vessel and he's gonna mutate and whatnot, and it's gonna be bad for society. And it does turn out to be bad for society. But we don't see that yet. It's in the manga. It hasn't happened yet. But yeah, so now he's thinking to himself like, okay, you're alive, that's great, but she's gone and these people are clapping around us like, bro, it doesn't affect him to the degree that it does in the future, but in the future it really does. Like, he looks back at that moment, he's affected by it. But in that moment, he's just trying to level with Gojo and just say, nah, man, we shouldn't execute everybody here. We really shouldn't. We need a reason, because we're so strong. We need a reason to be able to do that. We shouldn't just do it just because we have the ability to. And Gojo's just thinking to himself, like, is this not reason enough? But yeah, Geto, he regrets that decision in the future. So we'll get to what he does in the future when he actually crashes out. So that's number 3 for crash out reasons. Number 4 is gonna be, which is it my final reason? No, I got 5 reasons. Number 4 is Yuki. Bro, she set him up. This girl set him up, bro. I'm pissed because Yuki, bro, came in there with some ideology, some philosophy. She was trying to spit some like real wisdom to him, right? And he's not, oh, I got 6 reasons. Oh my God. And he was trying to spit, she was trying to spit some real wisdom towards Geto, basically, about why you shouldn't feel bad about losing to Toji. He was a specimen among men. Like, he had heavily restriction, blah, blah, blah. You know, all this jazz, right? And she told him basically like her 2 like steps to eliminating curse energy. Because she wanted all curses to be gone, right? So she was thinking in her head like, oh, if I could just grant everybody heavily restriction, then boom, curse energy will be gone. No curse, like curse energy that spills out. So basically, sorcerers and non-sorcerers have curse energy, and they don't let as much spill out into the world because they know how to control it. Non-sorcerers, I said sorcerers and non-sorcerers. It's sorcerers and curse users. Cursed users are bad guys who are not in the realm of jujutsu sorcerers, like hierarchy in society. Non-sorcerers are just normal people like you and I. Those people still have curse energy that spills out of them, and that curse energy creates curses. So she's thinking, those guys, the non-sorcerers, if I could find a way to make them all have heavily restriction, then they won't have cursed energy to spill out into the world. That'd be fantastic. The other way is to teach all non-sorcerers how to control their cursed energy, and then that way they will release less and less cursed energy into the world, and cursed spirits will not exist. Eventually, Japan will be free of cursed spirits. So that's her 2 methods, right? Geto thinks of a 3rd method, and he's like, I'd hate cursed spirits. I don't want to keep eating them. You know, I don't like non-sorcerers, to be honest. I think they're a bunch of monkeys, and yeah, why don't we just off all of them? Why don't we just lead their lives? Why don't we just hit the end button? Why don't we just take them off the planet? And she's like, that would work. Not gonna lie, that would work, but I'm not crazy enough to do that. And then she asked him the crazy question of, hey, do you hate non-sorcerers? Gee, what made you think of that, sweetheart? Why are you having this conversation with this future crash out? Because you are egging him on, basically. I don't know why she sat there and just edged my man into thinking, yo, this is something I can do. And like, if you can create an army for yourself, yes, that's something you can do, bro. Because look at what Kenjaku did with your ability at the end of season 2. He took out basically all of Japan in a night. Like, not all of Japan, but like it was spreading and spreading and spreading how much cursed spirits he had released and whatnot. What was the number? Like, what was the number? Because I know it was insane. I don't remember what the number was, but I know it was insane. Because curse manipulation does not have a limit. Like, there's not like oh, you get a max of 10,000. No, bro, there's not. So I think that technique is so broken, honestly. But yeah, she helped him basically crash out, in my opinion, and that was reason number 4. Reason number 5, man, Habara, yeah, I'm gonna say Habara. Man, what'd you do, bro? Why'd you go out and get yourself unalive, bro? Because Geto, he was already depressed. He was sad because at this point, after Toji and all that happened, he was sent on missions by himself. Shoko was sent on less dangerous missions and eventually became like the healer. So she was just stopped being sent on missions. And Gojo was going on missions by himself that were very dangerous as well. And that's why they both became special grades, right? But Nanami and Habara were teammates, and they were sent out on missions together, right? Because they were students. And what's it called? Geto, Suguru Geto, he was an upperclassman, so he was looking out for them, right? And Habaru had so much joy in like his life and whatnot. He was so happy to be around everybody, and he just wanted to like make a difference, right? They got sent out to a mission. Nanami and Habaru got sent out to a mission that was not a grade 2, I think, was the estimated threat value. It was not grade 2. It was not. It was basically like a high grade 1, I believe. I think it was a high grade 1. I don't think it was a special grade. I think it was a high grade 1 that Gojo had to go out and take out. Yeah, that being said, they were basically told that like, hey, I think they were told it's grade 2 and that, you should be able to take it out together. No. Everybody in that island was praising this cursed spirit as like a god. So like it had a lot of like, because cursed energy, like cursed spirits, the more fear and cursed energy that you accumulate, like the more negativity. So like if negative emotions, basically hatred, sadness, all that stuff, the more that you have around an idea, concept, then that curse of that concept will thrive and gain strength and grow. That's why the idea of Sukuna is so like, that's why Sukuna is so powerful, because the like legend of Sukuna spread throughout the ages and years and years and years on. So obviously he didn't get any weaker, but he just gained strength as the years went on. That being said, they got sent out on a mission, and that's what they encountered, something that was praised through negative emotion. So it was very powerful, and it killed, it unalived Habara. And yeah, Suguru was sitting there listening to Nanami tell him the gist of what happened, and it's insane, bro. It's sad, man. It's really sad, because at that point, Suguru was like, yo, being a jujitsu sorcerer is like a marathon, that the end of that marathon is a mountain of my teammates' corpses. And that was crazy. Like, he was quoting some crazy phrases at the end of that season, bro. So yeah, he's officially ready to crash out. He's officially there. He's ready to crash out. He just needs one little thing to happen to push him over the edge. And here comes reason 6, the final reason why he decided to crash out. He went to a mission, as he was already. It was 112 people in this village. Two little girls, Mimiko and Naniko, locked up, beaten up, because they showed that they have cursed techniques. And these people were like calling them like all these type of names and whatnot, saying that they're horrible. And he's just like, bro, they're girls, they're little girls, bro, and they have abilities, they're fine, bro. Like, what are you doing? And like, he's like, you know what? Let's step outside. I gotta talk to y'all. He steps outside. He wipes out 112 people. Officially becomes a curse user. Leaves his jujitsu sorcerer high school pin there, and takes the girls, and they love him now because he rescued them. And he officially crashed out. He said, you know what, now I gotta go, I gotta stick to this decision whether it's crazy or not. So he goes sees his parents, takes them out, and then he talks to Shoko. He finds her so that he could get word basically to Gojo. Gojo comes and sees him, and they have a discussion about philosophies, and they ended at that. And then they go their separate ways, and eventually he sees Yuta and Rika, the cursed spirit that he thinks, okay, if I have the Queen of Curses, my plan can work now, because she can help me do this. Realistically, if he just released all his curses at one location, he would have wiped out all of the Jujutsu Society. I mean, Gojo could have beat them, but potato, that's a nice video to actually do. Could Gojo have like gone through and taken out Geto? Because Geto was gonna die. Like, realistically, like, he wasn't gonna survive that fight with Yuta. So like, he was at death's door. So realistically, Gojo did him a solid by taking him out, because then he wouldn't come back as a cursed spirit. But I mean, like, he wouldn't have either way, because he was taken out using cursed energy. So like, I don't know, I guess he wanted to be the last person that took him out, the last person that he saw, and like the person to do it, because I guess like it means something like that, which it does. They had a really strong relationship, so. But man, it hurts filming this because like I could see why he crashed out. I don't agree with it, but I could see why he did it. And if you could, tell me in the comments. And if you can't, tell me in the comments. Let me know. Let's have a conversation because I'm gonna comment back and we're gonna chat about it. You feel me? Like the video, subscribe. If you're new, hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel. I'm gonna keep doing this. And yeah, hit the notification bell, share it, do whatever. I appreciate you. I'm gonna see you in the next video.